Wait till I can see it. This is like it says going live. Okay, so hello. Happy almost New Year to everybody. As a lot of you know, I do write poetry, and so therefore, just as I guess a remembrance of this crazy year, I wrote a poem, and I'll be sharing it. So hopefully, you guys, everyone enjoys it. So here I go. Um, the title of this poem is 2020 is a movie. The idea for a movie usually starts off with the pitch, 30 seconds to appeal to a producer's interest, but that's not enough time to describe 2020. Because if there was ever a year worthy of being made into a film, it's this. But how could the writer even fit it all in a 2-hour script? Page 1, Iran strikes, then athletes lose their life. That's page 2, thought it was the flu. Page 3, something spreading rapidly. This thing is invasive. This thing is hellacious. This is something different. And it's so contagious, but still we are told that it's controlled. Page 4. Now it's spreading even more, but we know the name. So the title of this movie might as well be the same, like Shutdown or Panic or Death Rate or Tragic. But how could the director even direct this madness? And who would be the cast and the artist for their makeup? Cause the faces that we made towards this year can't be made up. It's protest, movements, looting, camera crew. Go shoot his shooting. Get the raw footage with the black magic cinema. This year was such a film, more like a series, something every month. Everyone is trying to start reopening. Up next, he refused to take his knee up off his neck. Up next, here comes protests, riots, fires, just unrest. Up next, current leader shows complete lack of respect. Up next, a resurgence is emerging. It's a threat. Quiet on set. And let us rehearse the terms that we've learned to turn into our every day. Lack of affection is sadly the new norm. It's scary like it sounds, but every day is Halloween now. So if this year was a movie and the movie was a genre, it would probably be horror. But even still, it has drama and is action packed. And if this year was made a film, really, it really would be something. And everybody, everywhere, a mask, whole world production. And the camera is still rolling. 6 months into this year, and the atmosphere is still tense. Events unfolding. This isn't the decade entry anyone was hoping or wished for or expected. So a film should be made to reflect it once everything is past and we look back at what transpired in this year. That's such an insomniac, 'cause it never seems to get tired, and it must wear a suit or t-shirt or a sweater, I believe, 'cause it always sticks its hands up and pulls more out of its sleeve. Shot of the earth, and we see all these hurricanes moving. This year has the spotlight. This year is a movie. Who knew it would end up like this when it started? So many people scared, anxious, and broken hearted. Cut to when she shot by cops in her apartment. Montage. Everything else that has taken place. Economic crisis, spikes in virus cases. Work from home, only leave out on a very necessary basis. Now you're essential, ERs are spaceless. All this frustration, virtual education, toilet paper shortage, not what we expected. Now we're at the climax. Who will be elected? It's all over the news, and voting has ensued. I was hoping to end this sooner, but I had to include this too. See, I started this in June and could have ended too, but waited till November to finish this poem. I mean, the pitch for this movie, because concluding another event will happen. I wanted to add it, put it on my list, write about it, check it off. Now I have it. Speak on the campaigns, the debates, the race, the states, and state that this competition was unlike anything I had ever witnessed. But what made it different? Not just this pandemic, but the fact that there were all of these claims, and the fact that female history was made. Now the film is finally finished. So it's time to roll the credits. And an Oscar is what is expected, and an Emmy and a Golden Globe, cause this year put on a show, and it was one where we all were affected. There's no exceptions. We all felt the heaviness planted. We all understand that this year wasn't anything normal or formal or average. So it's not hard to imagine that we all have been impacted by events that all have happened in this year that won't be still. But still, I've only said a fraction. It's time to make this moving picture. Lights, camera, action. Well, that was the poem. 2020 is a movie. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully 2021 is a lot better than 2020. Happy New Year, everyone.